we have our next in-studio guest. We have two people from Torrey Pines Town Car. Welcome, Sean Steeves and Sonsiree Lagunas. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you.
Great. So tell us a little bit about Torrey Pines Town Car. What do you do, and how do you do it?
Well, we're a luxury transportation company, and we service the San Diego area, North and Los Angeles, pretty much everywhere or anywhere you need us to go.
So you're not just San Diego. You're throughout Southern California.
Yes.
Great.
We provide transportation to corporate travelers if it's a special occasion, again, whatever the occasion may be. And we've been in business for about 6 years. We've grown rapidly, and
Great.
a lot of our success has come from word of mouth. And we are very adamant about being consistent in the service that we provide, and also the reliability. As I mentioned before when we met, if we're even 1 minute late, we do not charge you for your time.
1 minute late.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
So if I have you come to pick me up, and I can just have my son standing out on the street holding you back for a little bit, and it's free, right? So anyway,
We'll test that out next year when it's time for you to take me back to American Idol.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can have them take us up there in style.
That's true. We can do that. We'll take you up. We'll have you guys come up. We'll do a big show. You'll take us up to the Lopez family first, and then over to the Idol. Mm-hmm. And then, although I kind of like to get in J-Lo's one of her Rolls Royces, but
I'm going on this trip.
Yeah.
So anyway, tell us a little bit about the fleet. If we want to hire Torrey Pines Town Car, what kind of cars do you have? What kind of fleet? Tell me more about what you do.
So we own a variety of anywhere from sedans, town cars, 4-passenger vehicles, up to our luxury SUVs, up to about 7 passengers. And then we also have our what we call Mercedes Sprinters, executive bus Sprinters, hold up to 14. But we can accommodate any size party. And like Sonsiree was saying, our fleet is all brand new, all very well maintained, the latest technology available.
Great.
So we always daily car washes, everything to make sure they're all nice and clean for the client. So.
And depending on the occasion too, so if it's a wedding, usually they like the Chryslers. If it's let's say a wine tour, they go for the Mercedes Sprinter. So it depends on the occasion, the need of the client. If it's a long trip and it's maybe just one passenger, they may want the SUV just for the space and so on. So a lot of times when they call us, we ask them some questions as into what it is that they're looking for, and then we make sure that we pair up the right vehicle for them, and sometimes even the right driver. We have people that say they get car sick, so we like to pair up a good driver that we know takes it smooth on, and so it's a lot of listening to our clients when they call to their needs, and that's how we pair up with our fleet as well too.
Great. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170theanswer.com. Give us a tweet at CloseUpSD. Email me at barry@closeupsandiego.com, or find our page on Facebook. We want to hear from you. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with Andrea K., Urban Miaris, and our guests are from Torrey Pines Town Car, Sonsiree Lagunas, and Sean Steeves. So you focus on consistency, reliability, and you have your 1 minute rule. That's great. I've never heard somebody put out the 1 minute rule before, and I'll reiterate that for our listeners. 1 minute late and it's free. Okay. So
by whose watch do they go by, though?
That's true. Well, unfortunately, we have many of the watches up there in the cloud which focus on everything.
Kind of the global time.
But that's a really good thought, Andrea. Mm-hmm. So anyway, who came up with the 1 minute rule?
Well, what we realized when the company was starting was that a lot of people were coming to us, especially the business travelers, and that was one of the things that they were frustrated with was my car going to show up, and what time is he going to show up, and when do I know he's not going to show up, or the chauffeur may be. So for them, like our spot time is 15 minutes prior to the reservation. We try to get there just to give you the peace of mind. We also send you a message via text, or if you prefer a call, to let you know the car's on the way. That gives you peace of mind. Again, your car is coming. You have your driver's information. We also send out a message that has the picture of the chauffeur, so you know who's picking you up. So the whole time, communication, you have it there. And that's where we said, okay, in order for everybody to have their peace of mind, not only are they going to get that pre-message letting you know your car is on the way. It's the guarantee that it will be there when you want it there.
Great. Well, we talked about something else back in the green room that I thought was interesting. We all know that you can hire a limousine to take you to the airport. You can hire a limousine to do an event, take your kids to the prom and all that kind of stuff. But I had never thought about this before. You have a system for emergency services too. Am I correct?
Yes, I mentioned a story where, and actually in our Yelp reviews, she left us a review on there, but her friend was flying in from the East Coast, coming in. Her son was having an emergency surgery, and she was booking this car service for her friend. All she wanted was her friend to be comfortable and basically not have to think of anything because she was so nervous about everything that was going on. So they booked us, and we made sure we picked up her friend, took her to the hospital, made sure she was going to stay there. We waited, basically. We knew it was an emergency situation. So we do take these calls, and we make it, as we mentioned, we take it personal. We want to make sure everything goes well. And we kept the friend up to date of what was going on, and she was extremely grateful. She left us a review. She called us. She sent us a thank you card.
That's
and it's
awesome.
not the only story. We've had a lot of stories like that.
So it's more than just picking up somebody and taking them from point A to point B.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And when you think about it, there are so many. I mean, in our society, our economy today, there's so much going on, like in the medical community. Not necessarily just emergencies where somebody's. I mean, obviously you have the ambulance if somebody needs to go get an appendectomy or whatever it is. But when you have things like all the plastic surgeons' offices out there, and there are people that get. Even local anesthesia need help getting to and from, no matter what it is, outpatient, you can be there. I think a lot of people don't even realize this. I think, they think that you need to go to a yellow cab or something to do that. And candidly, I'm sorry, but I would rather be in a town car than a yellow cab.
And we actually, when the callers call in, we ask them questions, as I mentioned before. So if they do mention, I'm going for an outpatient, surgery, then we say, oh, okay. Like our Chryslers, for example, they're a very comfortable vehicle. We send them in that type of vehicle, and we make sure that it's the most, comforting ride for them because we understand what they're going through. We leave notes for the drivers. Everything is very detailed.
Right. So, tough question for you. Okay. With all of the transportation systems out there today, how do you compete? Why would somebody want to use Torrey Pines Town Car over just getting on their smartphone and calling Uber?
Yeah. Well, for starters, like Sonsiree was saying earlier, we take a tremendous amount of passion and personal pride in dealing with our clients. We know our clients, most of our clients, by first and last name. We've become close with these people. We transcend that same sort of attitude towards everybody that we deal with. And I think other transportation options out there, they're a little more of the sort of cut and dry, a little more of that corporate feel. We know how to deal with the busy executive. We can also deal with the soccer mom, running around, shopping or whatnot. We can deal with the people who are going into outpatient care. So we're very well diverse, but also it speaks to our team too. Our team, we have a dedicated foundation. All of our drivers are professionally trained. They're all background checked. So, drug tested, alcohol tested, everything like that. So it just gives us, our pride and our passions really sets us apart from everywhere else.
Well, I think you just mentioned something that's really important, and I don't want to knock any of the other services out there, but having the drug tested and having all the scrutinized drivers is huge. It used to be you never knew what you'd get. There's a little bit more regulation on that, but I'm guessing that if you go to the big Ubers and what have you, they probably don't have a lot of that going on.
And just to add too, if you want to speak to someone in our office, you actually have a phone number where you can speak to someone, and the other ones you're not going to get.
Yeah, there was one year on New Year's Eve, we thought we were being safe taking a taxi. Our taxi driver got a DUI while we were in the back seat of the taxi. True story.
Hold it.
So the cops dropped us off at a 7-Eleven and left us there. We
But
had
the
to try to get a
question
ride
is,
home.
did you bring the alcohol?
No. Good question. But yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, so I would much rather on a New Year's Eve or any other occasion in the evening go to a service I can trust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of any Joe who's going to roll up in a taxi.
Yeah, so we're running a little bit short on time. How do people find out more about Torrey Pines Town Car?
They can visit our website, which is www.torreypinestowncar.com. They can go even to, if they even Google our name, you'll find us. Our phone number, may I share our number?
Sure.
619-715-6767. We have a chat live system as well, too, on the website if you
Great.
visit. And then just to add to what we were mentioning, too, we have we can track our vehicles as well, too. We have a lot of parents who call for their children's transportation, so to give them peace of mind, we can track the vehicle and we know exactly where our drivers are. So basically, leave the driving to us. All the passenger has to worry about is entering and exiting the vehicle.
Great.
Awesome. Love that.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. So we appreciate you being with us today, and I highly recommend go on to, let's see, it's torreypinestowncar.com. Find out more. And we will look forward to connecting with you to have that drive up to American Idol next year.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So that means Andrea has to be really nice to me for a long time.
That's right. Dang. All right.
Or walk. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, anyway, this is Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170theanswer.com. Send us a tweet at CloseUpSD or just find our page on Facebook. You can always email me at barry@closeupsandiego.com. Let me know what you think. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Taking care of business and working overtime. We're